Right. We on?
We're on.
Right. Hello and welcome back to season 2, or we say season 2, of Talk of the Terrace podcast with me, your host, Mike McPhail, and my co-host,
Harvey.
Carter.
Hill.
That was planned. It was planned. So first off, how you doing, Harv?
Yeah, not bad, mate.
Yeah, we're
Not
back.
bad.
We're back. As you can see, we're not on the
Excited.
Zoom calls anymore.
No.
We're fully out of lockdown. Situations have changed.
Times have changed, yeah.
Things have changed, and we're together. We've got a mic. Not sure how well this is going to go. It went well when we was practicing. We've actually spent money on a mic. So hopefully you can hear us well. And if you're watching on YouTube, as you can see, I'm in the brand new Chelsea kit for the 2022-23 season. It's pretty good.
It's not bad.
I like
it's not a bad.
It's better than some. It's better than some.
Definitely. Yes.
It's not the best, but it's better than some. So this podcast, we're going to talk about the Premier League. We've got some predictions. We're not going to do the full 20 teams. We've got some little predictions. But first off, we are going to mention last Sunday, because today is Saturday. Arsenal played yesterday. They played Crystal Palace. We were meant to do the podcast midweek, but
my daughter's been very ill.
His daughter's been very ill. But we are going to talk about, quickly, the Women's Euros. How did you watch it?
Yeah, we was actually at a wedding last week, and on the way back, we sort of had it on the phone, in the car, not while we was driving, obviously, but then we was in Steg as well for a party. Yeah, we tried to stay safe.
Yeah.
Someone decided to have a party when the Women's Euros was on, which wasn't a good idea.
But
yeah, no, it was a really good game, entertaining, wasn't it? It was quite an entertaining game. It was.
Yeah, it was a great game. The women brought football home. They'll go down in folklore as legends, and all of them. Yeah. Well done.
Yeah.
Saw a picture of Jill Scott today, going back to work.
Still
at
drunk?
a coffee shop. Not still drunk, but she was working at a coffee shop, and I think maybe now's the time the FA need to try and rebrand its end. Women's football especially need to. The professionals like Jill Scott, Chloe Kelly, Frank Kirby, Millie Bright, Leah Williamson, all these girls that have just brought home the Women's Euros should definitely be in it full time and shouldn't have part-time jobs. Obviously, it's going to be hard to make it equal pay, but let's get them up there where they don't need to have another job, my opinion.
There's got to be some sponsorship out there for them.
Got to be, especially after that. I coach I coach a girls team, an under-10s girls team. That's where I got this shirt from. Got bought by one of my under-10s girls. So that's pretty good.
Well, they play up top every week now.
Yeah, she could be striker every week. She hasn't actually, ever since I got given it, she hasn't been, because she's not been very well herself. But yeah, it was a great achievement, and we've got the World Cup at the end of the year. Let's hope the men can replicate what the women done, but the women done amazingly.
Yeah.
So let's get into the Premier League.
Woo!
Obviously, started last night. Arsenal beat Crystal Palace 2-0, and they were pretty good. The
first 20 minutes was mega. They looked like a City or / Liverpool team, didn't they?
They looked so good.
They looked like they were on fire and ready for it. Crystal Palace just started really slow as well. I don't think they helped themselves out, but yeah, they look really good. New signings.
Oh yeah, Gabriel Jesus and Zinchenko. They bring
wicked.
all them Premier League titles and stuff with them.
Yeah, and
that
even
experience.
Saliba got man of the match.
Yeah,
didn't he?
William Saliba, man of the match.
Really good.
Not a new signing, but he's been at the club for a few years.
He might
now.
as well be.
The
3
fact
years.
The fact that he's been loaned out is ridiculous. But he's still young. How old is he? 21?
21, 22.
21, 22, and
Yeah,
he's immediately pushed Ben White out to that right back spot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So Ben White, I don't know how he's going to get in there, because he's the third best centre back at the club behind.
Yeah, they'd probably
Saliba and Gabriel.
Need another right back, don't they? When Bellerin goes.
Yeah. Has Bellerin gone yet? Or
he's close, isn't he? Close.
But they've got Tomiyasu, but I think they'll end up playing 3 at the back, maybe. Who knows? We'll see what Arteta pulls out. So what we're going to do today, we're going to do the Premier League chat. We're not going to do a full 20 full league prediction, because we don't want to waste everyone's time, because the middle teams, it's like, who cares who finishes 17th to 7th? Maybe we'll do 7th, but we've got the top 6.
Yeah.
We've got the 3 teams we think are going to be relegated. Is anyone going to break into the top 6 is the important thing in any of our predictions. We've got the relegated 3 in no particular order. We'll have the top scorer, top assister, the player of the year, the young player of the year, the sack race, and who we think are maybe our over and under achievers each.
Yeah, a bit of a surprise package.
So shall we just start off with the worst bit? Shall we start off with the relegations?
Oh.
And who you think are going to get relegated?
Yeah, I've struggled to name 3, because I think there's a few candidates in there.
Give us your candidates and then
Bournemouth,
we'll talk about them.
Fulham, Southampton and Brentford.
Ooh, not Nottingham Forest. You think Forest are
Well, you talk about surprise packages. I think they might be one of
like
my
Brentford and Sheffield
surprise.
United in the past few years where they've...
It's that first season loving life in the Premier League.
Yeah, that's it.
It's one of them. But yeah, relegation candidates. Bournemouth, I don't know, I think they're going to struggle. Fulham, it'll just be Norwich next year when we do this.
Yeah, you ever listen to the Peter Crouch podcast?
Now and again.
Now and again. Well, Fulham and Norwich, if anyone listens to the Peter Crouch podcast, it's amazing. If you don't listen to it, I'm passing the pod. Go listen to it. They're called the Chumbawamba teams because of their they get knocked down and then they go back up again. Fulham, Norwich, I can't remember. Don't think they've played each other in like 7 years because they just bounce up and down.
Yeah,
so
it's been a long
if we
time.
were doing championship predictions, I'm pretty sure Norwich would be in our top 2.
Yes.
If not, they'll be winning the playoffs.
Yeah, definitely. And then Southampton or Brentford. I think it's one of those first season loving life. Brentford, Ivan Toney look quality.
Yeah.
I think it'll be those second season Blues where they end up going down like a lot of teams. It happens to a lot of teams, doesn't it? That sort of thing. So yeah, and then probably Ivan Toney will go if he hasn't or doesn't do.
No, I agree. I think by January, if Brentford aren't doing too well, and you've got teams like Everton that are struggling with a striker, or Leeds or someone struggling with a striker, you might be moved on because Dominic Calvert-Lewin and Patrick Bamford are pretty injury prone, and that's why I think both Everton and Leeds are teams that are possible to get relegated. I actually have one of them in my relegation.
I was tempted to put Leeds in, but then I don't know.
They've lost Calvin Phillips, they've lost Rafinha, probably their 2 most influential players.
Yes, I mean they've still got some quality there though.
Oh yeah,
I like the keeper's decent. Think he kept him in a lot of games last season, didn't he?
Yeah, young Lee Mesley.
Yeah, he was really good. Luke Ayling, I think the back 4 wasn't too bad.
They're not a bad team.
So, yeah, but they were close to going in. But I think Bournemouth won't have enough quality, and neither will Fulham.
Yeah.
And then I think it'll just be a toss-up between Southampton and Brentford.
Yeah, Brentford have Ben Mee, don't they? Is it Ben Mee or do they have Tarkowski? I know the Burnley centre-back boys, Ben Mee and Tarkowski, one's gone to Everton, one's gone to
Tarkowski
Burnley.
went to Everton, didn't he?
Well, one went to Brentford, sorry.
Tarkowski's
at Everton, Ben Mee's at Brentford then, if I'm correct. They've also lost Christian Eriksen, gone to Man United.
Yes,
They offered him that lifeline, gave him the months to get game time under his belt. He lifted them last season, Brentford.
He looked quality. But, I mean, he was always going to be good, wasn't he?
Yeah.
You don't lose that. But he looked quality when he came back.
I would have done everything to try and keep him, but he went on to other things. I was going to say bigger and better things, but Man United, I don't know.
They're not bigger and better anymore.
We'll see what they are. So, what are the 3 teams you've got to go down then, Half, in no particular order?
I'm going with Bournemouth and Fulham, definitely.
Yep. I've got the exact same 2. They're my 2 definites.
Do you know what? Going with Southampton.
Yeah,
I think Brentford. If Tony stays, Brentford stay up. If he goes, then he'll go down.
You've got Fulham, Bournemouth, and Southampton. I've got Fulham, Bournemouth, and the teams that I had to go down as well were Leeds, Brentford, Everton, and Southampton. I'm not going to say Everton because of my boy Frank Lampard. I think last season was a bit of a fluke. They've lost Richarlison, but I'll be honest,
that's a bad thing.
I don't think it's the worst thing. Even though he was good for them, I don't rate Richarlison as highly as anyone else. I'm glad he's gone to Spurs when Chelsea were linked with him.
He's not.
I was begging us not to go through with it, and all the Spurs fans in our chat. Shout out to Deck, Dan, and Matt, especially Deck and Dan. They were not. I don't think they're best pleased that he's at Tottenham. He doesn't get in the starting lineup, but I don't think Everton go down. I am going to. Mine's actually between Leeds and Brentford. Yours was between Brentford and Southampton. And because you didn't go Brentford and you went Southampton, I'm not going to go Brentford and I'm going to go Leeds.
If Ivan Toney stays, they stay up, I think.
Yeah.
I think that's the only way.
It's tough.
Because he's quality, isn't he?
He is quality.
He's big and he's good in the air.
I think he'll stay in the Premier League following the... But you look at Fulham team, Mitrovic obviously broke the record last season in the Championship for goals, but can't do it in the Premier League. He'll probably bag
about 5 this year.
Can't do it in the Same as Dominic Solanke. Quality player, obviously Chelsea youth product. They're all quality. Don't. I'm very Chelsea biased.
We hadn't noticed.
Yeah, don't quality in the Championship. But again, he's been in the Premier League before and just doesn't really cut it.
Yeah.
So that's it. I've got Fulham, Bournemouth, and Leeds, and you've got
Bournemouth, Fulham, and Southampton.
Bournemouth, Fulham, and Southampton. Right. Shall we go straight into the top 6? See if there's anyone rustling the feathers of the traditional top 6, because I mean Leicester's fallen off, haven't they? Leicester didn't have a great season last season. They've fallen off a bit.
Yes. Just if they've lost Kasper Schmeichel, I think he's a big loss. Character, captain at times.
Yeah.
In that change room, he must be immense. It must be wicked.
Must be.
And then you think
Vardy's a bit older now. Vardy's just struggling.
I see he's linked with a few teams. I see he was linked with Man United. I don't really know how far that's going to go.
Anthony Martial's injured now, so will Ronaldo be starting? I don't know because of all that's going on.
God,
I mean,
awkward.
let's quickly talk about Ronaldo. If we had a chance to sign him, I would very much love to. I'm a Messi boy, but if Chelsea can sign Ronaldo, I'll take him.
Why would you not want him? I don't get that.
I would take him for a season or two. You know, we've got creative players. We've got James Chilwell at wing back. We've got Cucurella now. We've got Sterling, Mount, Ziyech, Havertz. You know,
want
all these players. If we
box.
just had Ronaldo in the middle, not messing about, doesn't need to do
anything now.
Doesn't need to do anything for us. No. The rest of our players press in the Tuchel system. He'd bag at least 15 goals in the league. I reckon he'd propel us up into the. Well, we'll see where my predictions are. But if he was there, I think we'd be. We'd be up there with more people's predictions. You know.
Yeah, quite possibly.
So yeah. Shall we get 7th out the way with? Who do you think is going to be close to joining the top 6 and getting into that coveted 7th spot, which now gets you that Europa Conference League, which is a nice trophy. Won by Jose Mourinho the first time ever.
Yeah.
See,
he's had that
you've
tattoo.
seen his tattoo. Yeah, he's got the Champions League, Europa League,
the nice tattoo there,
Conference League. Only manager to ever do that.
Yeah, impressive.
Probably will remain that unless Carlo Ancelotti for some reason
can't see him going anywhere.
League.
But
who do you think are gonna
7th? Do you know what? I've gone with Man United.
Gone Man United for 7th. That's big because that means someone's upsetting the top 6 cart for Harvey.
Yes, I'm going to go straight on with that, and I think it's West Ham.
West Ham.
I think they've signed Scamacca or Scamacca, however you want to say it.
Yeah.
And I just think he's going to be. They didn't have that last season, and I think if they did, they probably would have been up there.
Well, the thing is, they've had chances. They had the likes of Seb Haller, who they ended up moving on.
It's
and
a weird
banged in.
Now Eredivisie,
fine.
Yeah, I mean,
Champions
I think
League.
there's a few different levels there, but obviously he's playing in the Champions League. But I just think they missed someone in the box. Antonio was decent, but he does a lot of leg work.
And he's technically a right back.
Yes, right back, right mid, right wing, whatever you want to call it. But if they had someone in the box that was there all the time, I think that's what they were missing. And if he is that man this year, which I think he will be, they'll be in there. Top 6
quality.
And I think he will be
quality.
He will be sick.
And you've got Declan Rice now, who's hopefully moving into more of a box-to-box role rather than a centre defensive mid.
I really like Soucek and Declan Rice.
I just love Declan Rice. He's a Chelsea boy. Come home, Declan.
Don't go anywhere.
Come home, Declan.
You'll be fine. You probably might finish above them anyway.
No, definitely not. He'll come home eventually. Next season, next summer. Declan Rice. He was on holiday with all the Chelsea boys when we went to LA with our new owner.
All mates,
I know him and Mason Mount. All right, he'll be back. Eventually. One day next summer.
So
Declan Rice is
7th and 6th for you, mate.
7th for me. Again, I've got the traditional top 6. I haven't got anyone else in the top 6. I think there's teams that like Newcastle and West Ham are gonna get close.
Yeah.
Between them two, Newcastle don't have any European football next season. Do West Ham? Who came 7th last season?
I think West Ham do have.
So the West Ham, because West Ham got to the semi-final of or was it the final?
No, they didn't get to the final.
They got to the semi-final. They lost the semi-final of the Europa League, didn't they? Of the Conference League, Europa League.
One of them.
But they've done really well to get there. I think. You know, I think again with that Scamacca signing, I think I'm going to put West Ham into 7th. I think they're my 7th spot.
They are.
Quickly going back though to the Seb Haller thing with West Ham. Thoughts out to Seb Haller because obviously he got diagnosed with testicular cancer as he's joined by Borussia Dortmund. Yeah. So hopefully he makes a speedy recovery. But moving straight on to my 6th place, I don't think the only new manager in the Premier League, not including the promoted teams, Man United. I've got Man United in 6th. You've got them in 7th. I think they'll do well. They'll do okay. Will they? They've got so much going on. They haven't signed any players that I think will take them to that next level. They've got Lissandro Martinez who will play, but they need Frankie de Jong. They want Frankie de Jong. Eriksen again. They want Frankie de Jong. Eriksen doesn't solve the problems they've got that they need to sort out their deep lying
midfielders.
You know, Fred is good. I rate Fred. higher than McTominay, but they do need someone like a Frankie de Jong. And Eriksen is just in my opinion, similar player, like for like, not quite like for like, but he replaces Pogba in the attacking sense and creativity sense, but neither of them are.
I think a Jude Bellingham or a Declan Rice go in there superbly.
Declan Rice and Jude Bellingham, they're too good for Man United, though.
Yeah, they are at the moment. But if one of them went in there,
if one of them go in there,
problem when it's solved.
Hopefully, I mean, I'd like to see the likes of Jadon Sancho actually pick up and get the form he had at Borussia Dortmund. He's had his first season in the Premier League now. It was a bit slow under, the managers that didn't really utilise him that well. But hopefully Ten Hag can come in, and for England's sake as well.
Yeah, for the World Cup, he'd be someone...
Improve.
If he's on form, he's going to be great.
Jadon Sancho, he is quality. We've got some good players. Right, I'll go next, and I'll go into fifth, the team that I think just missed out on the top four. Ooh. You've seen it, have you?
No, I can kind of see your sheet, but I haven't looked at it.
Don't look at my sheet. Don't look at my sheet. We haven't seen each other's sheet. So in fifth place, I think it's a toss-up between the two North London clubs, I think it's so close. Both made very good signings, but I think one's just got that better manager than the other, and I've put them above them. So that kind of gives away my fourth place. So in fifth, I've got Arsenal. Have you been watching the Arsenal documentary so far?
No, was it just one episode a week for a few?
No, it's 3 episodes have come out this week.
And then it's one
which
every...
I've smashed through. No, and then in a couple of weeks, another 3, I believe, and then a couple of weeks after that, there's 2.
I watch all those All or Nothing documentaries. There's a lot in there. You've got the NFL and
the NFL ones. I love them.
They are wicked.
Yeah, they are good.
But me and the missus both love watching those.
Oh, really?
And yeah, she loves it. So it's kind of like we'll wait until we've got a few to sort of get a teeth.
Well, the first 3 are out, and it's pretty amazing.
I thought it was just 2, and then there was one a week. But yeah, no, I think we might give that a watch now.
It's really weird seeing an insight to Mikel Arteta and what he does, because some of the stuff that he talks about at half-time before the match when he's got his little whiteboard, I have no idea what he's talking about. Like, I don't know if you seen on our group chat yesterday when Dan posted about the Mikel Arteta's he's drawn a picture of a brain and a heart and they're holding hands. No context behind it, I won't say, but that's all Dan said he could think about when he was watching the Arsenal game yesterday, and after the half-time team talk, he's like, I wonder if that's what he's doing.
Yeah, he's just drawing pictures. I mean, to be fair, you've coached and so have I, obviously not at that level, but I bet there's some half-time team talks that we've given and all the kids are going, not sure what he's on about, let's just play football.
To be fair, the last match that we played, it was a friendly. We played a friendly against Louth, and the last friendly we played, and I think at half-time, because we do 4 quarters of 15 minutes, after the second quarter at half-time, the girls all had a drink. I said something to them. We had a couple of minutes spare. They ran over to a field and started staring at cows. And I was like, okay, great.
Team talk went well.
Great stuff. And then they came back and said, Mike, your family's over there. And I'm like, wow, that's rude. I was like, are they?
Oh, wow, yeah.
Calling my family cows, but good banter, good fun.
It's one of them. It's what can you try and get through to the players in such a short space of time? And you try anything, mate. You've got to try stuff. Different things, but it
worked because after it worked. Some of his stuff worked. So obviously last season they started off poorly. This season they've started off with a 2-0 win against Crystal Palace.
They look good. So you've obviously gone Arsenal 5th. That means it must be Spurs in 4th.
Yeah, for me Spurs are 4th. I hate to do it. I hate Spurs. Hate Spurs with a passion, and I think I hate them even more knowing that 3 of my good friends are Spurs fans. So, that adds my hatred towards them. But I can't deny I love Conte. I think Conte is great.
Yeah, he's a good manager.
Former Chelsea manager, won the Premier League with us. In that era when we had Diego Costa, we were a dirty team. I loved it. They've made some good signings, Yves Bissouma from Brighton is someone every top team should have been looking at.
I think quite a lot of them were,
I think Liverpool, Man City should put Bissouma above Calvin Phillips in their list. I think Liverpool should definitely have tried to sign him. Chelsea should have tried to sign him. Spurs somehow got him, but can you blame them? They've got Perisic as well coming in with that head. Richarlison's come in, but I don't know where he starts.
Yeah.
I mean, what Spurs have always needed is someone to be a backup.
It's a nice front 3 to have.
Kane.
Kane and Richarlison. If he clicks with those 2,
I don't know. They've got Son, Kane and Kulusevski. Richarlison doesn't start ahead of Kulusevski for me.
That's a front 4 that's a dangerous front 4 if that happens.
I mean, if Richarlison won't start, I think it has to be Son, Kane, Kulusevski.
But if he wants to mix it up and go, screw it, we're going attacking.
If they play 4 at the back and they just decide to go 4-2-4 or something, or 4-2-3-1.
If they click.
Yeah, if they click, that could be well.
Yeah, it could be dangerous, couldn't it?
And, little dig at Tottenham here, but if Richarlison is at Tottenham, then he fits in well because a few of them are divers. You know, Kane loves a dive. Don't hate me, Spurs fans, but I don't care. I'm Chelsea. But no, Kane, top quality, up there for the top goal scorer. I think Son as well.
Oh yeah,
both of them really quality, and I just think Romero as well, quality centre back from last season. He was so good.
Yeah, the only thing I'd worry about is I'd want a keeper if I was a Spurs fan.
Yeah,
I'm not a massive fan of Lloris. He's decent.
I've never really been a big fan of Lloris, but he does the job, I guess. And if they're going to be playing in a Conte system, you don't need someone to pass the ball up. If he can just stop the ball, then they'll be fine. Who you got for fourth anyway? So I've got
Spurs in fifth.
Yeah.
I think they just miss out.
Yeah.
I just think Arsenal signings fit into that system better than what. I mean, 60 million on Richarlison as a backup with no proven. He's kind of proven in an Everton team. Arsenal signings are 2 proven signings in winning teams.
Yeah.
So that's my and I was torn up between 4th and 3rd, and I've put your boys at 4th.
We're in top 4. I'll take it.
Just because I've got your manager linked in the sack race because I know what your team's like. Ooh, and I think if you haven't signed, everyone you've wanted to sign has just gone to Barcelona and not been registered.
Not sure how that works for Barcelona, how they've come...
Yes, that's a joke.
How they've signed Koundé and all these players. They've got Koundé, Kessié, Lewandowski, Rafinha. They're trying to get Alonso off us. Cesar Azpilicueta. He's just signed a 2-year deal. He's saying captain.
That's like
Dave.
A new signing,
Love Dave. I love Dave.
He's
he helps with the centre back situation, but they've got Christensen as well off us.
Yeah.
Barcelona, I don't know what they're doing. Gary Neville spoke on his podcast on the overlap as well and all that, and he's just saying don't know how it works. Derby nearly are
nearly 4th
non-existent.
Yeah, and they're still going,
and they're not in nowhere near as much debt. Barcelona in $1.4 billion worth of debt.
Yeah.
Got these new signings that they can't register in the league, so their league team's going to be poor. But then when they turn out in the Champions League, apparently they're allowed to play certain players, so they'll have the likes of Lewandowski in that. But
so weird, yeah.
Hopefully we can get Frankie De Jong off them, and we'll be sorted. But what do you mean, signings? We got Sterling.
What I was going to say
signing of the summer.
I
reckon Sterling is going to be a bigger signing than both Darwin Núñez and Haaland for Chelsea. I think he elevates us. I love Sterling.
I rate Sterling. I think he's quality. I think there's 4 wicked signings, and that's Chelsea's Sterling, City with Haaland, Liverpool with Núñez, and Arsenal's Jesus.
Jesus again.
Those four
are the...
I think that they're going to be one of the signings of the season.
Yeah.
One of them's probably going to win top scorer, I would have thought. One of those. Because I think Sterling's going to play... I think he's going to play...
Through the middle.
More through the middle for Chelsea. And if he gets firing like Pep got him firing, then he's going to bag 20 goals anyway, isn't he?
Yeah,
easy.
That'd be great.
But yeah, I think that Koulibaly is also one hell of a signing.
Quality signing. He's been linked to teams for so many years. And I
Wicked
don't quite understand the signing of Marc Cucurella, because we have got Ben Chilwell, who was on fire last season. But
I wonder if it's an injury thing.
Possibly, but he can also play centre-back. Cucurella played left centre-back. And I think when I actually watched Brighton last season a few times, he did tend to play centre-back quite a bit, and those were some of his best games. So left centre-back, Cucurella, Thiago Silva, Koulibaly, that back three. Trying to get Wesley Fofana off Leicester, that'll be something for the future.
One hell of a sign.
That'll be quality. We just need a centre midfielder, because Jorginho, Kante and Kovacic, quality player. Kovacic should always start. Kante and Jorginho, not for me.
Surely Gallagher gets there. Surely Gallagher makes that 4.
Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe. He was wicked last season.
I know, but...
He was wicked.
I know, but if we have a chance... If we have a chance to sign in Frankie De Jong and Kovacic in a midfield 2 with the wing-backs either side, and then the front 3 of Mason Mount, Sterling, and take your pick of Callum Hudson-Odoi, Pulisic, Ziyech, Werner. I know some of them are linked away. Havertz. We've got so many players. Anyway, we are... talking a lot about Chelsea.
Yeah.
This isn't a Chelsea podcast.
No, it is not.
Let's move on from Chelsea being in your 4th position. So let's go straight onto your 3rd.
That means it's obviously Arsenal in 3rd.
You say obviously. I don't know. You're.
Well, I don't think they're going top 2. They're not going top 2.
Where I have a Chelsea bias, you have a big. You say a soft spot, but it's a pretty big soft spot for Arsenal.
Well, I'm just thinking their signings fit. Arteta, he knows them. Their signings fit perfectly with what he's trying to do and what he wants to do. And I think him and Edu have been quite smart about it.
Yeah.
I think they've just done really good early business. They've all gone on the pre-season, bar probably Zinchenko, who's probably missed a little bit. Everyone's gone in. Everyone's sort of gelled well. You saw last night, that first 20 minutes, half hour.
Yeah, it was so
They
good.
looked like...
beautiful football. It was like the old Arsenal,
it was
wasn't it?
wicked.
Yeah.
It was like watching City and Liverpool.
Quick thing on pre-season, did you see about the Crystal Palace pre-season? They spoke about it yesterday during the match, how the team had to get split up because half the players couldn't get visas to go to the Singapore tour. So
it's something on it.
They had two
weird,
teams, and
weird
they had to
thing,
bring that together for the game yesterday. So maybe that's why they started
yeah,
a bit
maybe
slower.
it went quite as well. But yeah, I think Arsenal in third. I think Jesus, Zinchenko, Saliba look quality.
Yeah.
I still think they're missing a centre mid. Obviously linked with Tillemans and what, yeah, but I still think they're missing that. Partey is decent.
Yeah.
I still think there's someone in there that Xhaka's not good enough for me.
No, there's someone that can take them up a level.
Yeah.
To guarantee third, because at the moment they're not guaranteed it in your eyes. They're like they're the
It's
best
a
of the
toss-up
next.
between you and Arsenal
Okay.
and Chelsea. I think.
Do you want to hear who I've got third?
Presume it's got to be Chelsea. unless you've
In
got
third place-
ruthless. And
In
put them at
third
the
place, I have got. Well, they might be second. In third place,
Okay.
I've got Liverpool.
top. Oh, for God's sake!
I've got Liverpool. I've got Liverpool in third place.
Right.
Again, Darwin Núñez, quality signing. They battered Man City 3-1 in the Community Shield, and they were the better team. But-
Yes.
And I love Liverpool. I do have where you have a big soft spot for Arsenal. I have such a soft spot for Liverpool, and I don't know why. I just think I love watching them play.
Surely
I love
the fans wind you up though.
No, they
Do you
don't.
not like
No, I don't. I'm not really. I want to go to a Liverpool away fixture or home fixture at the Champions League. I want to go and sing all the songs. I love the Liverpool songs.
I mean, it
the
would
Boss
be-
Nights
yeah,
and all that
yeah.
lad Jamie Webster does. Their quality. I just think the atmosphere is great, but I just think for some reason their depth isn't as good
Lost
as
Mane.
people think it is. They've lost Mane. Jota's currently injured, but Diaz is a quality signing from January. Núñez looks like he's.
Yeah.
Liverpool aren't going to spend that much money on a player without them banging. They don't do that.
Yeah,
they
that's
don't. They
true.
don't miss under the Klopp era. But that midfield three's getting older. Thiago, Henderson, and Fabinho. They're getting a bit.
It's only Henderson there for me that's the worry. Fabinho's still in his 20s, so it's
Yeah,
Thiago.
Thiago's
late
not in his
20s.
20s, is he? I don't know. Either way, they're
Late
both
20s.
good. They're
Late
quality
20s.
players. I just don't know
They
what
want some
it
more
is.
legs. I think
They
they
just
need an
need more
engine
legs,
in there.
Harvey
Henderson
Elliott's
was.
going to join in, but I don't think Harvey Elliott's an out-and-out
Jones?
midfielder. Curtis Jones didn't play much last season, but we'll see. They've
He
got.
could be the one to step in there.
Also, something that I didn't realise until last week when I was speaking to my friend Joe, who's a big Liverpool fan, is I don't think I'm actually a big fan of Trent. I don't think he's
more of a right mid winger.
He
Can't
is.
defend as well.
but
as
it's also his
some of the
personality. I
right
think he's a
back.
bit. Every
Arrogant?
interview I've seen, yeah, a little bit maybe, but every interview I've seen of Trent, he's very boring. I watch all the Liverpool stuff on YouTube. Simicast, hilarious. Robertson, hilarious. Van Dijk, hilarious. Matip, hilarious. Alisson, hilarious. Thiago, Hendo. They're all hilarious, Salah just seems genuine, but when you look at them all,
He's
they're
just a
all
bit
so
plain,
funny.
isn't he?
Milner, people say that Milner's boring. He is hilarious.
Oh yeah, he plays on it, doesn't he?
He
He's
does,
great.
but he's great. But Trent, he just never smiles in his interviews. He's so
It's
dull.
It's a
and I'm like,
plain.
mate, just enjoy it.
Yeah, plain
You're meant to be one of the
English
best right backs in the world, but against Man City on that field in the Community Shield, he's not even. He's the third best right back on the field for me because it goes Cancelo, Walker, then Trent. Overall, yeah, he's great going forward, but I think
Defensively,
he's not
just
as
needs-
bad defensively as people say, but he is very suspect.
He needs
he
to
is
wisen
very
up,
suspect.
wisen up about
He
what's,
does.
what's going on around you, and sort of behind you, and take a bit more note of if you're not going forward and you are
Yeah.
under the cosh defensively. You need to look for that late run, and I don't think he does he? That late run
Reece James
catches
is
him
clear.
out.
Reece James is clear of Trent. I love Reece James. Reece James is as good going forward as Trent is. Maybe not as good dead balls. Scores more free kicks, I believe, but I think Reece James is as good.
I think he's more of an
I think he's
overall.
quality.
Yeah, all round he's decent, isn't he? I like Reece.
So we know who I've got third. Let's listen to both of your top two then. Who have you got second?
Liverpool.
And then first. You've got Liverpool second, which means you must have Man City first, right? Unless Newcastle are doing a madness.
Yeah, no. If they sign like Neymar and whatever, and that'll.
I don't even think Neymar would.
If that's.
help.
I mean, Eddie Howe, good manager. I think
signed a long-term deal. I didn't think Eddie Howe would do this well. I thought with his previous record in the Premier League, he would struggle defensively, but he's proved me wrong.
Yeah, I think he's a really good manager. Do you know what? He's now my man Sean has gone. Oh God. Now Big Dyche is gone. I think Eddie Howe might be my soft spot for a manager now.
Yeah.
Because I think I just like the way. When he came in with Bournemouth, they played some really good football.
Good football, but defensively they were suspect.
Yeah,
but the thing is,
I think he's got those players at the back. Dan Burn.
The thing is,
quality.
Sven Botman. The thing is, he knew that was his problem. Apparently, he went away for the time he wasn't managing and coached and helped. Like, had some experience under Diego Simeone, one of the most offensively minded managers. So apparently he was at Atletico Madrid, don't know how long for, several months now. So that's probably that helped him last season, Newcastle.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's got to be... Yeah.
So where do you... Quick one then, with all their money being the richest club in the league and whatnot, where do you put Newcastle? Do you reckon they finish 8th then?
They're a top... I think that would be a toss-up between 7th and 8th.
I'm the same. West Ham, Newcastle, I think.
Yeah, those two are the best of the rest, aren't they, I think?
Yeah.
With
but
United.
You've got Man City in first then.
Yeah,
That's who I've got in... Second. I've got Man City second. I've got to put Chelsea first.
I don't know why I thought anything else, really.
Hey, look, you'll all be... Look, I said we would win the Champions League 2 years ago, right? 2 seasons ago. Everyone laughed at me. Frank Lampard then got sacked. Everyone's like, there's no way you're winning the Champions League. We breezed it. Didn't even concede in the final against Man City. It was easy. Mason Mount with a beautiful ball over to Kai Havertz. It was a great goal.
I can't remember it being easy for you. I just remember that was the only time you had the ball in the second.
It wasn't easy.
That was the only time I rember you sort of breaking into their half. Yeah,
but that's all we needed. They overthink. But yeah, I've got us finishing first. I'm hopeful that will change. I love
very ambitious. That is
very ambitious. But hey, if Leicester can win the league in 2016,
yeah, true. Anything can happen. Do you know what? I might as well just stuck Newcastle at the top, Hannah.
Yeah, go for it. But no, let's quickly... We've spoke about Chelsea, Liverpool. Let's speak about Man City. Haaland, how many goals do you think he gets this season?
Probably 20, 25.
In the league,
I don't think it's going to be like we see Lewandowski getting 50, we see Ronaldo, Messi previously getting... I don't think he's going to be that level.
You can't in the Premier League.
I don't... Yeah.
Not when you're playing for Man City, when Haaland's game is so... That's the problem with Timo Werner. Came from the Bundesliga where teams are so high up and you can get him behind. You can't get him behind as Man City. You can't anyway.
No.
If he was playing against Man City, you can get him behind City. But
I do think the one thing that is going to go for him though, when De Bruyne has got the ball sort of 20 yards out of the box, he's now got a man to aim for.
Yeah.
He's never had that.
No.
Aguero and Jesus aren't the guy that you're going to go. Oh yeah.
Although they do cross it in and somehow they do get a few headers.
Yeah, but I'm thinking
now they're going to pump it in more. The times where
you can whip it in and not look. And De Bruyne, some of the creative players have got Mahrez, De Bruyne, Silva. They'll be able to do that all day.
Are we going to ignore Jack Grealish?
Yeah, I am.
Same.
I am going to
flop.
Not
flop. I just don't. I think last season, I think I've had a few people say to me, "Do you know what, Mike? You were right. I think Jack Grealish is good, but he's not as good as everyone thinks. I think he is quality.
He stands out when he's the main man.
And that's why at the Euros last year he didn't start for England. That's why for Man City he doesn't start for Man City. He's still not guaranteed to start now that Sterling's gone. In my opinion, it depends.
He's good. If he steps his game up a little bit, if he just takes it to that next level, then I reckon he does start. And I know him and Haaland, we've seen a bit of banter already.
Yeah, I've seen
Haaland's only half the price, so he's only got half the pressure.
So that's what they were saying about the pressure.
Yeah, I think
Haaland will eat up the pressure anyway.
Yeah, if they connect and Pep sees that they've got something going, then maybe he starts and maybe it will kick on.
Yeah, but we can do it kicking on. We do need all the players we can get for the Euros, to be fair, for the World Cup.
Yeah, so. I mean, if Southgate goes and we play expansive football, I think we win all day long. Yeah, I'm still going off what I said in the Euros, that I don't care that we got to the final. We were boring.
That's fine. We were boring. The women's team, fun, exciting. Every single game, loved watching the women's game.
Wanted to
at the same time, they are different games. We've got to play the way we play. We got to a final. We got to a semi-final of the World Cup. Let's see what he can do this year. If he can't win it, I think then he's like, do you know what? I've done what I can do. But we should give him one last chance. This is his team, So
yeah, I still think we've got better attacking players, so play more of those rather than
playing
we
two
haven't. I
holding
can't
midfielders.
think of not even the holding midfielders. It's the defenders for me. I don't think we've got enough quality defenders.
No, not centre. Well, we do, but he just doesn't look abroad. If we could play Tomori was quality for
Tomori and Walker. You got Trent, Reece James. Shaw's wicked in a white shirt, England shirt.
Yeah. John Stones is decent.
Honking for United though.
Notice how none of us say Harry Maguire. How much is he going to play this season? He's retained the Manchester United captaincy, but
I'm not sure.
I don't know how much he plays. I don't know if he starts. I can't picture him starting for Man United.
It's a weird one, Nick. It's a weird one. Right. But yeah, City to win.
City to win, Chelsea to win. So let's quickly go through that. I've got Fulham, Bournemouth, and Leeds to get relegated.
Bournemouth, Fulham, and Southampton.
Then my top six from first down to sixth is Chelsea to win the league.
Yep.
Chelsea to win the league. Man City, Liverpool, Spurs just to clinch top four over Arsenal, and then Manchester United in sixth. But then fourth and fifth, I think that's easily interchangeable for me.
I think it's the top two are just certain. It's City, Liverpool, and then from then on, I think that next four, I think it could be anyone, but my list is City, Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea, Spurs, and West Ham pipping either Newcastle or Man United.
Yeah.
And I think they'll be the best of the rest.
Yeah.
I think Arsenal have propelled themselves a bit. Spurs, it's just that, third, fourth and fifth, Arsenal, Chelsea, Spurs, that's going to be the mix.
Okay.
That could mix.
Let's go into some other predictions, a bit different. Obviously, it's not different. Same as everyone does on YouTube, everyone does on their podcast. Let's try and get some quick answers. Top goal scorer for you. Who have you got for your top scorer? I'll say mine because I know you struggle with yours. I've just gone straight for it. I've gone Salah. I think Salah, again, gets top goal scorer. And subsequently, because of that, I think he gets player of the year as well. So that's both of mine in one, top scorer and player.
Do you know what? I was thinking before, I genuinely thought Son at Tottenham might be top goal scorer.
Really?
Last season.
That's what I'm saying. And just interesting with the Jesus going to Arsenal playing more and Haaland and Nunez all signing, but no.
You've got to. We saw Jesus last night. He obviously looked like he'd been there. He looked like he played for them a while, didn't he? But all I'm thinking is Son and Kane, they are wicked. Together as a pair,
they are the greatest Premier League duo in the Premier League according to goals and assists.
Yeah, and I just think if he stays fit, he doesn't have any niggles or whatever, Kane probably going to get a niggle or two.
Yeah,
he'll probably be pushed into that main man role, and I just think he's never going to let you down, is he?
No,
he's always a solid player.
Yeah,
he's never going to let you down. I just think it'll be a toss up between him and probably Haaland. But I'm going to go with Son.
Okay.
And I think...
Would he get your player of the year as well then if he's a top scorer? But then again, if he's finishing fifth... I think...
can't really... Again, that might change. If he fires them into third, I think he would get player of the year and he gets top scorer. But I think my top assist... I've gone for De Bruyne, and I think if he gets top assist, most assists, I think he wins player of the year.
I've got the same for top assists. I think
he's just too good.
I think
it's just so good.
And adding Haaland, it's just going to make it easier, isn't it?
So much.
Talking
easier.
About Kevin De Bruyne being so good, I've got a hot take for you later. Got a special. Take? I ain't told him about this. I've got a hot take. Maybe.
What hot take?
I've got a hot take.
Long lost brother. He's got a bit more hair than you, hasn't he?
He has.
Yeah.
I wish he stayed at Chelsea. Just think of the team we could have. We could have my top scorer Salah and our top assister Kevin De Bruyne if Chelsea just kept them both. But they've gone on to other things, not better things. Chelsea are the best.
Bigger and better things.
Okay. Who have you got for your young player of the year?
I think this is going to be. We've seen a lot of him already, but this is going to be it. Foden.
I don't think he qualifies.
What?
I think they've changed the rules of it.
Has he changed?
I believe they've changed. So from the previous last years,
I thought it was for
I think you had to be under 23. I think.
Is it still not? Is it 22?
And I think
now?
they've changed it to 21. I believe so. They've changed it. I think so.
Oh.
Yeah. Plus, he's won it the last couple of years, hasn't he? Won it last year.
Yeah. I still was under the impression it was still 23.
I don't know. I think they maybe changed it. I can't remember. Either way, if they haven't changed it.
Foden. If they haven't changed it, I'm going with Foden.
If they have changed it, though.
Holy moly. I'm trying to think. Do you know what? you put me on the spot, but I think if it's 21 and under
at the start of the season, so if they
then
turn 22,
I'm going to go with, off last night's performance, William Saliba's probably
really.
going to win.
Oh yeah, good shout.
Because he was unbelievable.
Yeah.
And if that is 21 and under, then I'm going to go with.
I mean, there's some big candidates out there. Saliba's, after the last night's performance, he's going to be a solid. There now. You got the likes of Haaland as well joining the league.
Yeah, I suppose.
But I've gone for Bukayo Saka. I think, even though I have Arsenal finishing 5th, I think he should have won it last year. I don't understand how Foden got it last year. To be honest, I think Foden's good, but he goes missing some games. But I think, and this isn't the bias in me, I think Mason Mount should have got it last season. Young Player of the Year. I don't understand how he didn't get it. He was Chelsea's best player by a mile. Got us into 3rd place. He got double figures in both goals and assists. He was just quality for Chelsea last season. And I don't understand. If Foden got it for what he done, he won the league, yeah. But
yeah,
I just don't understand how he got it over Mason Mount, to be honest.
Did he win anything else?
Who? Foden? No.
They just won the league.
Yeah, they didn't win anything, did they? Chelsea lost the final to Liverpool in both the FA Cup and the Carling Cup. And Man City are never going to win the Champions League.
Didn't mean to bring that up.
No, you can bring it up, but no. Mason Mount, I don't understand how he didn't get chosen ahead of Foden, which bugged me. But I digress. We'll move on from that. Let's ignore that. Who do you think is going to win or lose? I say win. The sack race.
Win the sack race.
The sack race. You mentioned Tuchel earlier, and I'm not happy with that.
You might not be happy with it, but you've got.
I understand. But you've got to understand we've got a new owner now. Yes. That was in the old regime when we was under Russian rule. But it was the best Russian rule ever. I miss Roman Abramovich. I miss him. I want him back. Please, Roman, come back.
I just think you like you said, you've got a new owner. That's not his manager.
That's true.
That's not his manager. He got rid of all your staff.
He's going to bring in Jesse Marsh when he gets sacked by Leeds. These Americans are damn it.
He got rid of all your working staff, didn't he? Yeah. Like some of your directors and
got rid of Marina Granovskaya. Someone who's brought in some of these incredible signings.
Yeah, doing a really good job. But it was a bizarre.
I think Petr Cech's stood down from his role, but
but there was a few other names though, weren't there? And he just that I thought that was quite bizarre.
Yeah, we'll see how that turns out.
But I reckon if Tuchel doesn't hit the ground running now, I think he's in trouble. That it's either him.
Don't say the other name. I know who you're going to say.
It's either him or Lampard.
Why have you got an agenda against Chelsea?
Because you're there.
You've got to
I've got to try and even it out.
To be fair, you can't look past Super Frank getting sacked, can you? No, you can't look past.
Just after last season, I think. I think those two, if they don't hit the ground running, they're in trouble. Because last season, Lamps, I don't know what, he won his first game in charge and then it just sort of dropped off a cliff.
But the good thing he has, like they say on the overlap with Gary Neville, all the Everton fans are fully behind him. It's not him that they have the issue with, it's the owners. But it's not the fans that can keep a manager in charge, is it?
No, but I mean, they can also quickly get rid of him.
They can easily turn.
If the players aren't playing for him, you can see that as a fan.
And they are going to struggle. They've got a lack of squad depth at the moment. You know, they lost Richarlison, who helped keep them up. They did score 1 in 3 last season for a relegation scene, so it was better than people make out. But he's still eye test. You're just not a big fan, are we?
It's not. It's looking. It'll probably be.
They'll be down there, I think. But I think they'll
looking bleak.
I think they'll avoid relegation. I obviously can't look past Frank Lampard in the race, but I don't think he gets sacked first.
Probably not.
I can't do it. But the other two that I've got in the sack race are Ralph Hasenhüttl.
Yes,
for Southampton. I think they just look. I don't know. You look at that team and it's like, what have they got now?
Nothing.
They've got set pieces.
Redmond and Ward-Prowse. I think
they've got set pieces,
haven't they?
And then of course Jesse Marsh. I think Leeds, if they struggle, they've lost their best players and that. I think now that they've sacked Bielsa, they could easily just sack Jesse Marsh. If they start off poorly, they could easily sack Jesse Marsh to stay in the Premier League because they will not want to get relegated.
So that is true.
I am going to go for. I've got written down Hasenhüttl, but now I've spoke about it. I think Jesse Marsh is going to be the first one to get sacked.
I'm thinking if I had to pick one out of the two, I'd pick Tuchel. Just because if your new owner thinks this isn't going how I want it to do, I'm going to bring my own guy.
Okay,
in.
fair enough.
That's the only reason.
I'll be worried who his own guy is.
Yes, I would be. Yeah, I would be very worried.
I don't know his own guy's going to it's probably going to be David. Hey, I'll take David Beckham. No, he won't be.
Phil Neville. Phil Neville.
Oh, yeah, maybe. Nah, they'll need an American.
But he's basically American. He's been over there for too long, hasn't he?
True.
But next thing, surprise package.
Yeah, so what we're doing with this, are we picking a surprise package overall, like who we think is going to be a surprise package in a good way or a bad way?
Whichever way you want to take it.
Yeah, so either way, okay.
I'll go first. Forest fans, you're going to love me.
Yeah.
You are my surprise package. I think you finish in the top half.
I think I'm the same. I've got Nottingham Forest ever since I knew they were coming up with the history, the fans. I wanted no other team to go up more than Nottingham Forest, mainly because I want an away day at Nottingham Forest. I was buzzing. I was going to get.
You can ready get me to tickets for that. I'll go with you.
I was
happily go with you if you can.
I was going to get tickets and get a hotel with a friend, and we was going to watch it.
Sat them off.
Chelsea might do because it's only down the road. Obviously, it's only an hour and a bit away. But sat there loading the fixtures, ready to get tickets. I'm looking at tickets, hotels, getting ready to have a night out in Nottingham. After turns out we're away to Nottingham on New Year's Eve, so hotels were out of the question straight away. So. That's annoying. But if I can get...
Well.
Oh, yeah. You can get it off, can't you?
I don't know.
Skype.
Yeah. Not now.
Well, no one at your work's going to watch this, right? Listen to this. You know, don't share the podcast.
Yeah, don't share it. Okay.
Chelsea against... Try and swap it with someone. I don't know. Either way, Chelsea away to Nottingham Forest. But I've also got Nottingham Forest. Maybe not finishing in the top half.
I think they will.
I think they will come in that 9th to... 14th. Don't think they're in 15th, you know. I think there's too many teams below them. And they've got that, who's that young player they've signed? That Jesse Lingard? Quality young signing. Shout for young player of the year. Shout for young player of the year. That young player from Man United, don't know why they've got rid of him though, Jesse Lingard. West Ham should have signed him as well, you know, but Nottingham Forest, they'll prosper from that youthful signing of Jesse Lingard.
It was one of them where they lost a lot of players coming up, and some of their players helped get promoted. GJ Spence, the keeper's gone.
They've got Nico Williams in, obviously, though.
Yes, he's going to be good. Garner was quality for them last year. I just think Lingard and Williams. Who else? There was the other centre back. I can't remember. But two young quality centre backs that can kick on. Maybe add another decent centre mid in there that can sit and spray and stuff.
They've got a good manager as well.
I really like him.
He's quality.
I really like him.
Quality manager. I think he'll be around for a while in the Premier League.
I think that team will buzz off the promotion and they won't have. I don't think they'll have a fear factor.
That's the thing. There's always one team. You know, a few seasons ago it was Sheffield United. Last season it was Brentford. You know,
it's that newly promoted feeling of we're here. Might as well enjoy it.
Can't remember. I don't know the facts, but I can't remember the last time all three newly promoted teams that came up went down. You know, so I can't see Nottingham Forest going down because I can't.
No.
I can't not see Fulham and Bournemouth not going down. I just can't see how any of them two stay up.
Yeah,
I just don't know why.
Yeah, I think that ground.
Even though Nottingham Forest were the ones that qualified through the playoffs, so technically they should be our favourites to go down. I just don't see how them, you know.
Yeah, the fans, the ground, it will all be rocking every home game, every game.
Yeah,
it'll be just buzzing.
I know it's early on. I've got one more question before we do get to the end of the podcast because. Still a few months away, and we'll probably do a podcast on it. But who do you think wins the World Cup?
God, I really want to say us.
Yeah, I want to say us. I always, you know me. I've
said
Chelsea
you'll say Chelsea or England. It doesn't matter what
Chelsea to win the World Cup.
Yeah.
Hey, look, we've got a player on most teams, so Chelsea are somehow going to win the World Cup. I reckon England have a big chance.
If we play,
but let's take England out of the equation. Take away both our bias.
I just think.
Who do you think win it?
I don't think you can really look past France, can you?
Really?
Name me a better squad.
My ideal situation.
Name me a better squad.
Yeah, I don't think you can. Especially with the likes of Saliba now in the Premier League for a time. It's like their centre backs are ridiculous. Saliba and Kanate
they could throw their under 21 team in that World Cup and get to the last four.
They'd get that. Well, how old's Mbappe?
20.
21.
Yeah. They're under 21
Mbappe's been 21 for 10 years.
Yeah, he's good like Jesse Lingard.
But I don't know. Don't put him in that bracket. Jesse Lingard's a bit. Mbappe hasn't proved it in the Premier League yet.
Yeah, that's true.
And he hasn't won a Champions League either.
France
won either Lingard.
France. It depends how
the ideal situation for me. If England can't win it, I would love to see an Argentina versus Portugal final. You know, end of an era. Messi, Ronaldo. Those two have defined our era of football. The two greatest players of all time.
Who would win out of that team?
Messi. It has to be Argentina. I can't have Ronaldo winning the World Cup because the Ronaldo fans will just use that to.
Yeah, but we're talking teams. The whole
Argentina team is quality now, isn't it? They've got so many good players now. They've improved so much.
Overlooking Portugal's team.
They're
good.
Good.
I know I do.
They're good. They're good. They do have a quality team. You know, Jose Sarr, Cancelo, Bruno Fernandes is alright. He's there, and you know, Sanchez. Ruben Diaz. Yeah. Sanchez. Cancelo. It's alright. Yeah.
It's not bad. We've just named quite a lot of winning players there.
But then, like, you look at the Argentina squad, and they've got Emi Martinez in goal has just lifted them. That's something they haven't had.
They've never had it. Yeah,
but they've got Messi, so he's a goat. You know, if Portugal win, then it just gives Ronaldo fans another thing to add to their wrong opinions.
Oh God! I like the way you've gone from I will sign him earlier in the podcast to I hope he sort of like breaks.
Yeah. I hope he, no, I want them both to play. I'd love that final. I think that will be.
It would be if England don't win it. I suppose it's not a bad final, is it? Won't be
if England can't win it and don't win it, that's the final I want. And if England can't and don't win it, I want Argentina to win it. I want Messi to win that World Cup. I want him to have no more doubters. People still say about the Premier League and all this stuff, but
do you know what? If that was the case, I think I was born there, so my second team's almost wrong in an England opinion, but it's Germany. I know, I do love Germany. I just like that. Thomas Muller. Everyone just they've got some really good players, haven't they?
Let's quickly transition because I spoke about Kevin De Bruyne earlier. And you've already guessed the two players without guessing. And we spoke about Kevin De Bruyne earlier.
Okay.
And you've just mentioned Thomas Muller, one of my all-time favourite players.
Yes, you do love him. Yeah.
He was last year, so I've actually got their stats, and I was going to read them both out without telling you the players' names.
Was this going to be a who would you rather without the name?
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, we have done that before, haven't we?
We've done this,
but
I thought
read out.
This is my hot take. My hot take is I think Thomas Muller overall all time is a better player than De Bruyne.
Player?
I think so, yeah.
Not career.
I don't know.
On the pitch, watching him play.
Yeah, I think I would much rather have Thomas Muller in a team than Kevin De Bruyne. I think sometimes Kevin De Bruyne goes missing against Liverpool in that 3-1 loss. He wasn't picking the passes. I think he's very, very good. He's one of the best. But I think overall,
I mean, I can't ever imagine anyone saying Thomas Muller was the best at anything
because he's so underrated. Anyway, let me read this out. League titles, obviously.
Oh, well, anything.
Muller's got 11.
All the time, yeah.
Kevin De Bruyne's got 4 in the Premier League, I believe. 5, including the Belgian Pro League. Both got... Well, Muller's got 6 national cups, so that's their DFB Pokal. Kevin De Bruyne's got 3 FA Cups, 5 League Cups, so... Them League Cups.
Don't think they've lost a
Thomas Muller, how many Champions Leagues has Kevin De Bruyne won?
No.
That'll be...
0.
Oh, yeah, that'll be 0. Thomas Muller's got 2. Should have got 3, but somehow Chelsea won in 2012. Don't know how we won. And then how many World Cups does De Bruyne have? You can count that on
no hands.
So that's 0. Whereas Thomas Muller has got 1, and Thomas Muller at that World Cup was quality. Thomas Muller, I just think. Listen to these though, like games played for their clubs. Yeah, Thomas Muller's played 416. 137 goals, 190 assists in all competitions.
Yeah, that's decent. Yeah.
That's quality. Kevin De Bruyne has played more games. He's played 535 games, got less goals with 86, and less assists on 121.
Okay.
Yeah. Thomas Muller's an assist machine, and he does it in the Champions League as well. I just think he's quality. Internationally, 116 games for Muller. 44 goals, 40 assists. A lot of them goals are in top... I remember when he got like 5 or 6 goals in a Euros or a World Cup or something.
Yeah, he scored 4, didn't he?
Something like that. He got a lot. Game. And that was early on, and I was like, this guy's... That was early on. That was like in 2010, 2008.
I mean, you put
Internationally, Kevin De Bruyne, 90 games, 24 goals, 45 assists though. But that is a quality Belgian team. But that's my hot take.
You put that in that context.
Stats, you can make anyone better than anyone, can you?
Yes.
Stats-wise, if you put Nicholas Bentner up against Messi, he's got more Premier League goals than Messi, so he's technically a better Premier League player. But that's my hot take. I've realised it more and more as I've gone on. And I
really like Muller, but if we're talking about, we say the eye test.
Yeah.
De Bruyne wins the eye test, doesn't he?
Maybe.
I don't think there's a maybe about it.
I think there is. I think sometimes Thomas Muller will give you 8 out of 10 every single game. 7.5 out of 10 every single game. 110%. Doesn't drop his head, and he's always doing something. He's always buzzing about. Whereas Kevin De Bruyne can easily give you a 2, 3, 4 out of 10. Against Chelsea in the Champions League, he was pitiful. He came off. He was poor. He just goes missing some games. Some games he elevates himself to world-class status and he looks world-class. And he is a world-class player, don't get me wrong. But like other games, he just does... Like, I saw against Liverpool, against Man City. Haaland made some incredible runs behind behind the Liverpool defence. And De Bruyne took too many touches and I'm like, what's he doing? Just think it over. I think... I've got him as my top assister, but I think... I don't know, he is quality, but I just think... That's my hot take, you know.
Muller's...
Muller, I would... Overall...
I mean, he's clearly had a better career.
Yeah, maybe.
Muller's had a better career by far.
But I think Muller is... I know they're different players as well. You know, they are different players. I think... And it might be, again, biased because I love Thomas. I
don't think I could pick... If someone said you got to pick one, I'm not sure I'd be able to pick one.
Yeah.
Because I really like Muller. I think he's great. He's hilarious.
Oh, he is funny. I think that's what tops it as well.
The funniest thing that's happened to De Bruyne is when someone's hit that penalty and it's hit the post and
that was
hit him in his face. I can't
YouTube, that was Miniman to Simon from the Sidemen. Yeah,
yes.
hit the post and Kevin De Bruyne's looked at it, smacked him in the face. He took it well though.
Yeah, Raheem Sterling's loving it.
Raheem the Dream.
I don't know. That's a tough one.
I had to hold it in then. I was talking about Raheem the Dream and I was just like, I'm changing my top goal scorer from Salah to Raheem Sterling.
It's a tough one. I mean, if you brought Muller into the Premier League, I don't know what it'd be like.
Bit late now, but...
Yeah, and I still think De Bruyne would still be as good
I think Thomas Muller is he is one of a kind. I think there are a lot of players like De Bruyne that aren't as good, but I don't think there's ever been a player that does what Muller. Thomas Muller does. You know, Lampard's similar. You know, they're both very similar in the sense that they're both like... Lampard's very the same. I think you can't define what he was. But Thomas Muller's just... He's a Raumdeuter, I believe it's called, which means Space Invader.
Space Invader and Football Manager, yeah.
Oh, really? But I think that terminology is... He's spoke about it, he's a Raumdeuter.
Yeah.
I believe it's pronounced Raumdeuter.
German.
And it's loosely translated to like Space Interpreter or Space Invader, where he doesn't have a position, he just finds space.
Yeah.
And he does.
He is good. Yeah,
and he's just lanky as well. And he's funny.
I mean, if I had to pick one, I'm not sure who.
I'm kind of... At the start of this, Harvey was like, how? Kevin De Bruyne. Now he's like...
It's a weird one to...
Again, we'll never know, because he'll never play in the Premier League in his prime and that, Muller, and that's the league that you want to judge someone on fully.
Yeah, I mean...
But when I've seen him in the Champions League, World Cups and that...
De Bruyne played for Wolfsburg and looked decent,
he did,
and then City signed him for however many million.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, Muller's never going to leave. He was never going to leave.
He was never going to leave, no.
I just think that... Yeah, I'm not sure. That's a weird
one, isn't it?
It's a weird comparison because they don't play in the same... Like, it's not like
positions.
You've gone Scholes, Gerrard, Lampard, where you can they all played in centre mid.
Yeah, but easily Lampard, you know what I
mean? Okay. I mean, I'm not sure. I wouldn't know.
Wait a minute, what?
I don't know. Muller
are you going to go for...
No, I'm not saying anything. Muller or De Bruyne? Muller or De Bruyne, I'm not sure. If I had to pick one and basically...
Have we ever done the Scholes, Gerrard, Lampard debate?
I feel like we did Lampard and Gerrard last year.
Yeah.
But if I had to pick one...
He does. Scholes gets above Gerrard.
If I have to pick one, Muller or De Bruyne, I would probably pick De Bruyne.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
If I was to build a team
that's my hot take. That's a hot take.
If I was to build a team around one, I'd pick De Bruyne.
Yeah, I don't think Thomas Muller's a team that you can build around. I think you can build a team around De Bruyne. Yeah. Whereas I think Muller, you put 10 players on a pitch, and then you just say, Muller, just go do what you do.
Yeah, he'll drag him.
He'll
drag. He's got sets the standard, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think that'd be it.
But yeah, we'll end on that. That's my hot take.
Yeah. Forest fans are going to be loving us.
Yeah.
With a surprise package.
I don't think I'm going to go down well with Leeds fans. I don't think Fulham fans and Bournemouth fans can really complain, to be honest.
No, that'd be lucky.
Lucky
to sort of hit 30 points, I'd have thought.
I'm not sure anyone's going to go down well. Well, only Chelsea fans. Chelsea fans will be like, oh yeah, we're going to win the league.
No.
I don't even think Chelsea fans, other than me, think we can win the league.
Yeah, I think Chelsea fans might hate you now. That's going to be good, isn't it?
Yeah, but look, we'll come back to this end of the season when Chelsea are the quadruple winners.
Mate, I'll let you buy me a shirt and I'll wear it happily.
End of the season, if Chelsea win the league, you have to wear a Chelsea shirt.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah.
For the last podcast.
Yeah,
of the season.
yeah.
We don't know how often we're going to do the podcast, by the way. We are going to do it every other week, every couple of weeks.
Yeah,
we'll
try and get one, well, at least one every 2 weeks.
Every 2-3 weeks, yeah. Just catch up with the results and stuff. But yeah.
And then just a big shout out to my team. Top of the league.
Walsall
in League 2. Top of the league.
4-0 against Hartlepool, was it?
Yeah, Jeff Stelling probably won't be our biggest fan, but...
Yeah. Last thing, let's end on... Before we can't end on Walsall, sorry.
We can.
No, we can't.
We're going to win the league.
We're not end on Walsall.
We can. We're going to win the league.
We're going to end on Jeff Stelling.
Jeff Stelling.
One more season, he said. He was going to leave last season, but he's back today, 3 p.m, Soccer Saturday with the boys.
Hopefully it'll be good.
Yeah.
Hopefully he's not outstayed his welcome.
No, he hasn't.
I don't think he's going to.
I don't think it's possible. No. Jeff could be 164.
And he's great.
He's irreplaceable.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Anyway, that's the end of the podcast, guys. Hope you enjoyed the Chelsea the Talk of the Terrace podcast.
Talk of the Terrace. Go away, Chelsea.